What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be doing a breakdown of the main sequences that just happened in my match against Rene Souza. The two main sequences are pretty much a wrestle up from guard. I used an arm drag grip to wrestle up and gain top position. And then the second one is the high step pass to the kind of like cartwheel back take that I hit. And then I pretty much just rode his back for the rest of the match, so not too much else happened. So those are the two main sequences. But yeah, let's get into it. We'll go over the first one, which is the wrestle up. So starting out in knee shield, he kind of weaved his hand through, so I got that arm drag grip. And then as he went to go pull back and stand up, I just kept my ear connected to his back. So we'll take another look at that. We're in here, right? Knee shield, okay? He's weaving his arm through like so. So I'm reaching my right hand through and underneath to get a grip high up in the tricep. And then from here, I also have a collar tie. Now I'm just gonna limp leg my left leg out like so. So I'm taking my left leg out. And then from here, I begin wrestling up. Initially, I'm coming to the leg, but then as we continue to build for height, I switch from the leg up to the far hip. So I've got a grip on the tricep, a grip on the far hip, and also notice how I'm connecting my ear to his back. So when he tries to pull away, it just kind of helps carry me up. And then from there, I gain top position, and I'm even in a good passing position here, but he does a good job of high legging over. I try and sit back for a leg here, but he does a good job of freeing his knee. Tries to go for a wedging back take, but I kind of straightened my leg out and stopped it and gained top position. So now I'm in like a split squat position on top. I get that top wrist control, and I immediately high step through. I kind of get like a half claw grip, and then I cartwheel over to take the back. So we'll take another look at this. We start out, yep, split squat position. Okay, right now my left arm is gripping that top ankle. Okay, and he's taking a 2-on-1. So from here I out pummel him, and I end up getting this top wrist grip. Okay, this is really good because it stops him from inserting cross frames, which would prevent me from level changing down. So it's really good to control that top wrist, and I'm controlling that top ankle so that he can't just high leg over the top. So from here I go up vertical, so you see how I'm starting to build for height here. I go up vertical, I high step out, I step towards the pocket of the hip, and I immediately drop my knee down. Now I know that Rene, his main sub is like buggy chokes, so when I actually pass here, what I do is I take my left elbow and I insert it right into the hip here. Okay, in order for him to lock up the buggy, he's got to be able to take this hip off the mat so that he can kind of like invert and get his leg up high. So whenever you insert that elbow inside the hip, it just completely kills his ability to actually lock up the buggy because he can't get his hip off the mat. So I settle down, okay, I have my half claw grip here, I have my elbow inside his hip. Now from here, okay, I feel him starting to try and turn into me. Okay, what he's trying to do is he's trying to bait me to pressure back into him and take my elbow outside of the hip to try and pin him flat so that he can lock up buggies. So I know this, so as I feel him start to turtle and build up towards me, okay, I just kind of use this half claw grip right here, and I just start cartwheeling over the top. So I make sure my left knee comes high to clear his legs like so, and I kind of post on my forehead. And then as I'm coming through, my left arm is reaching underneath this arm. So I cartwheel all the way through, left arm is through and underneath, so now I'm in like a double unders position. And initially my that half claw grip was on the back of his head, but now it's switched to a pulling grip on his shoulder like so. And then from there, I'm able to pull him all the way up to a seated position. I've got double unders, so it's super hard for him to immediately go into turning escapes. And then from here, I just look to start inserting the hooks. But yeah, that's pretty much the two main sequences from the match. Now that you know we've watched the match footage, we're gonna do a quick breakdown with Sal. We started out in the knee shield position like so. From here, he had his arm weaved through. So what I did is I took my right arm underneath as a tricep grip, and I had my left arm as a collar tie. Now, I limped my left leg out, and as I was limp legging out, he started to build up. So initially, I came to this leg because the far hip was too far to reach. Then from here, I just scissored my legs and I built up towards my knee. And now from here, I have access to this far hip. As I continued to build up towards my feet, he realized there was back exposure, so he started to sit this hip down towards the mat. So I kind of circled out past here, and we ended up in this position. So once again, from another angle, we started out knee shield position here. right arm reached through and gripped high up on the tricep. I had my left arm as a collar tie. From here, I limped my left leg out. As my left leg came out, he started to build up. So from here, I initially came to the single. Okay, another detail too is I kept my ear connected to his back. If my head's far away, he's gonna be able to pull this arm out. But when I keep my ear connected towards his back, as he goes to pull, it's just gonna help carry me up. Now from here, I switched from the leg across towards the far hip, and I continued to build up towards my feet. As I built up, he felt the threat of the back exposure, so he started to sit this hip down towards the mat. So from here, I circled out, and we ended up in a position like so. So now we'll take a look at it full speed. So now we're gonna go over the high step pass and then the kind of cartwheel back take. So we started out in a position like so. Okay, I was in a split squat initially, and from here he was grabbing like a 2-on-1 on my left arm. So from here what I did is I actually pummeled out and over the top, and I got control over this top wrist. My right hand was used as an inverted grip on this top shin like so. And then from here, what I did is I stepped my left leg up, I came up vertical, and I just immediately high stepped through like so. Okay, now a few important details whenever you're high stepping. Okay, is you never want the toes and the knee pointed towards the far shoulder. Flexible people will be able to swing this bottom leg through and start to enter into a 50-50. So whenever we high step through, we're always looking to point toes and knee towards this far hip. That way when he tries to bring that leg through, I can flare my shin into his thigh and make it super difficult. Now from here, I just immediately level change down like so, and I pulled this hand through and I kind of took this half claw grip. Now I know Renee is, super good at buggies, so rather than coming all the way through and start to threaten the buggies, what I did is I just placed my elbow right inside of his hip here. Okay, in order for him to lock up buggies, he needs to be able to take his hip in order to fully lock it up. So I always bring this elbow inside and I flare my elbow into his hip. So now when he tries to lock up the buggy, it's going to be super difficult because I have his hip controlled. Now from here, okay, I felt him start to kind of turn up into me. So what I did is I switched to this claw grip, this half claw grip here. And then from here, I started to bring my head towards the mat, and I dropped left knee down as right knee came up. And then from here, I posted on my head and I kind of cartwheeled over the top to end up in this double unders position. Then from here, I started switching to my seatbelt and started inserting hooks. So we started out in this split squat position. He had a 2-on-1, I had an inverted grip on his ankle. From here, I pummeled my left hand through and over the top, and I got this wrist grip. Now from here, I step my left leg up, I come up vertical, and I immediately high step through. Again, we always want toes and knee pointing towards far hip, not towards far shoulder, because then he can entangle our legs. As soon as I high step through, I immediately level change down, and I drop this knee. From here, I pummeled my left hand through and I came to this grip like so, and I immediately brought my right elbow inside the hip to prevent him from locking up buggies. Now from here, I felt him start to turn in, so I dropped my left knee down and I started pointing my right knee up towards the ceiling. I'm doing this so I can easily clear his legs and I don't get caught up in half guard. Now, as he continued to build up, I started bringing my forehead towards the mat, and I just kind of jumped and cartwheeled over as I reached for this double unders position, and I immediately pulled him into my lap, where I started transferring the seatbelts and inserting hooks. If you guys enjoy these breakdowns, make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube so you don't miss our future videos.